Hello students, myself Dr. Jyoti CK, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics. The title of the paper is Optical Instruments, Laser and Electrodynamics. In an optical instrument, we will try to know about this aberration. So before going directly to the aberration, so first we will try to know about that lens, focal point, focal length, type of the lenses. Then it becomes easy for us to know about this aberration. Lens means what? A lens is a homogeneous, transparent medium bounded by the two spherical refracting surface, or else one will be the spherical refracting surface and another one will be the plane surface. I will show here a lens image where you will get an idea. So as I told, a lens is a homogeneous transparent medium having the two spherical surfaces, or else one will be the spherical, another one will be the plane. That we call it as a lens. So there lenses again of the different types are there. Like a concave lens is there, convex lens is there, plano-convex lens are there, plano-concave lens are there, so on. We can see here the images of the different types of the lenses as I shown in this figure. We can see now different types of the lenses like a double convex lens, double concave lens, plano-convex lens, plano-concave lens, positive meniscus lens, and this one is a negative meniscus lens. These are the different types of the lenses. Here I have written the concave lens, in the bracket I have written as a diverging. Means what here? The ray of light is not going to meet at the single point. It will get diverges, moves away. In the convex lens I have written as a converging. Means what? The ray of, when you incident the light on this lens, it will converges, means meet at the some point here. It will get clear. I will show here in this figure now. This is the convex lens. When the ray of light is incidented on the convex lens, so what happens here? Converges, meet at the certain point, meet at the single point. That we call it as a converging. We know it as a converging. Why the converging is taking place? It is because in the case of the convex lens, it is taking as a converging. If the same ray of light is incidented on the concave, so what happens here? The diverges. It is not going to meet at the some point here. It will get diverges. So I have written as a concave, diverges, convex, converges. Okay. Now in this figure, we can see now converging at the point here. Converging at the point, if all the rays are meeting at the some point, we call it as a focal point. We call it as a focal point here. Now from the center of the lens to the focal point, we know it as a focal length. We call that one as a focal length. So this we learnt about the lens, type of the lenses, what do you mean by this focal point, what do you mean by this focal length, what happens in the concave lens, what happens in the concave convex lens. So next we will move to this lens formula. Already I have explained there, whenever the ray of light is incidented on these lenses means convex, concave, plano-concave, plano-convex, so different types of the lenses. Whenever you incident the ray of the light on the lenses, so what happens here? Either it may converges or it may diverges the beam of the light. So the general expression for the focal length of the lens can be derived, that we call it as a lens formula. And that lens formula is represented by this equation 1 by f is equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v, where f is a focal length of the lens, u is the object distance, v is the image distance. Now the distance between the focal point and the optical center of the lens is known as a focal length of the lens. The previous slide I have shown there. This is the focal length. From the focal point to the center of the lens is nothing but the focal length. And this focal length is given by the expression, that is a 1 by f is equal to, open the bracket, n minus 1, close the bracket, 1 by r1 plus 1 by r2. Where again the f is a focal length of the lens, n is a refractive index, r1 and r2 be the radii of a curvature. So here I have given the name as a image tracing. I will show here. This is the convex lens. We can see the convex lens. This is an object and this one is an image. This axis we call it as an optical axis. And the center point of this is known as a center of the lens. And this is nothing but the object distance, and this is an image distance. From this point to this is an object distance. Means the distance from the front vertex, the distance from the front vertex to the object, we call it as an object distance. In the same way, the distance from the back vertex to the image, we call it as an image distance. Okay. And here there is an aperture. This we call it as an aperture stop. And this one indicates a marginal ray. I will explain the marginal ray in the next slide. This from this point to this point is a chief ray. Okay. So now we try to know about this aperture. What do you mean by this aperture? Aperture is nothing but opening in the lenses through which the light passes. I have written here. Opening in the lenses through which the light passes, that we call it as an aperture. Okay. So therefore, this shows that it is an aperture. So now, we learnt about this object distance, image distance and the aperture now. But in a practice, what happens here? The lenses of the larger apertures have to be used. Then the angle which is made by the incident and the emergent ray with the principal axis we not considered as a small angle. Suppose if we incident the monochromatic light. Monochromatic light means a single wavelength. If the monochromatic light is incidented, we are not going to get a well-defined images, we are not going to obtain it there. Suppose if we incident the composite light, means a white light is made to pass through the lenses. So what happens here? If the white light is made to pass through the lenses, it's get deviated and dispersion is going to also take place there. So the different colors will bend through the different angles and meet the principal axis at the different point. They are not going to meet at a single point. They are meeting at the different points here. So due to this, what happens here? The colored images will be obtained for the point object of the composite light. So now we try to know what do you mean by this marginal rays and paraxial rays. So this is the second figure where we can see the convex lens is here. The ray of light is incidented. So what happens here now? The rays which are falling near the top and the bottom of the lenses or at the edges of the lenses, we call it as a marginal rays or the peripheral rays. In the same way, the rays which are meeting at the center, around the center of the lens in the smaller area, we call that one as a paraxial rays. Now the rays which are meeting at this point, we call this one as a focal point. Similarly, the marginal rays are meeting at this point. It is known as a marginal focal point. From the focal point to the center of the lens, we call it as a focal length. Okay. So this we come to know about the marginal rays and the paraxial rays. And already I have explained there why these defects are happening here. What happens when the monochromatic light is incidented? What happens when the composite light is incidented? Because they are not meeting at the single point. They are meeting at the different points here. So that means meeting at the different point is nothing but they are causing the defects. Defect is nothing but the aberration. Another name for the aberration is nothing but the defects. Why these defects are happening here? Why it is happening? As we know, after the refraction, the marginal rays are not meeting at the single point. This is the one reason to have the defects. Another reason is that the refractive index and the focal length is different for the different wavelength of the light, as I explained there. When the white light is incidented, so what happens here now? Here, the ray will get deviated and the dispersion is going to take place. Due to which the refractive index and the focal length is different for the different wavelength of the light. This is another reason to have the defects or the aberration. Whenever the white light is made to pass through the lenses, it gets deviated, as we know, and it will get dispersed at the different points. So these are the reasons to get the defects or the aberration in the lenses. Then I will tell what do you mean by this aberration. So aberration means what here? Aberration is nothing but the deviation in the size, deviation in the shape, deviation in the position, and even in the color in the actual images which is produced by the lenses in comparison to the object. We call that one as an aberration or the defect of the lenses. Okay students, now we came to know about this aberration. Now again the aberration is of the different types are there. So basically the aberration has been classified into two types. What are those two types? First one is a chromatic aberration. Chromatic aberration means what here? Defects of the colored images formed by the lenses with the white light. When you incident the white light, we can see the aberration or the defects of the colored images which is obtained by these lenses. We call it as a chromatic aberration. Second one is a monochromatic aberration. So monochromatic aberration, it is usually caused by the larger aperture and the larger angle of an incidence even with the monochromatic light here. So we can have the again with the help of this with this monochromatic light, we are having the several defects in the shape of the images. So this monochromatic aberration is again classified, again it is divided into the different types are there. So like a 5 types, like a spherical aberration, coma, astigmatism, distortion, curvature. So these we learnt, till now we learnt about this aberration. What do you mean by this focal point, focal length, types of the lenses and lenses. Okay, thank you.